Hello everyone, welcome to another Metalheads live stream. Whether you're joining now or you're going to watch it later, welcome. Thank you for watching. My name is Nathan. I am the developer of Metalheads, and I am joined by absolutely nobody today, except for my insane, other... I don't even know what I'm saying. But anyway, so today I'm going to be talking about audio and vocal recording and foley recording and doing all that crazy fun stuff where I make lots of noises that make you cringe. And yeah, the kind of thing that you don't want anyone to walk in on you while you're making these strange sounds, because they'll probably think you're some kind of wild animal or something like that. Anyway, the good thing is I've got the house to myself for a couple of days, I think until next Tuesday, so I can make whatever noise I want. So I'm really excited. I haven't got a plan for this. I did actually start writing a plan. I've kind of got it on this screen now in the last 5 minutes. The whole day I was just like, all right, I'm going to write down a plan. I'm going to have everything ready. I'm going to be organized this time, unlike all my other streams where it's just completely all over the place. But no, the cat decided to pee on all of the tea towels and the... Yeah, I know that was a bit of a tangent, but basically my cat, she peed on tea towels, and I've spent the whole day trying to wash everything, and it's a mess. And this has happened twice in a few days now. It's really frustrating. But anyway, I got sidetracked, and but here I am. I'm gonna try and improvise the best I can and try and just go with the flow naturally. I don't expect too many people to be watching, so that's fine though. I'm going to treat this as if I was doing a video recording, a tutorial type thing. Now, I've got to preface this and say that I am not an audio professional. I am some chump of a game developer who's just like, oh, I've got this program, I got a microphone, I'm going to scream into it, I'm going to make noise, and the sounds are gonna happen, and I'm gonna throw it into my game, and boom, I'm an independent game developer. So professional. So that's me. So don't expect there to be like any professional audio editing or anything like that here. I'm just kind of showing you the process of what I'm doing. If you are an audio professional, I urge you to not tell me what to do. No, you can tell me what to do. You can go in the chat, tell me, about, doing different levels, and I don't know. If you know the program I'm using and you've got some advice, please give it to me. Because, I have looked at tutorials out there, I've looked at advice and tried to work out the best ways of making funny sounds, but yeah, we'll see how we go. Hello, Bitimus? I remember that name. So yeah, first, I do have some kind of structure. So first, obviously, I'm going to look at my notes here. I've got the introduction, which I just did. How amazing is it? I've got to update you guys on, the recent events on the game, because I don't want to just jump in and just talk about the audio stuff. So I'll talk about that, what's happened in the last couple of months, and where I'm at now, and where we're going to be heading. I'll try and keep that as brief as possible. Then we'll jump into the audio stuff. All right, so what has been happening the last couple of months, well, the last probably 6-7 months. Obviously it was a bit hit and miss with stuff that happened in my life, but I have got on my feet again. I got back on track, and I started working real hard on the game, my fitness, my health, and just other things in my life. And so I was working towards doing a big update for December last year, and I got that update out, and it was to address a whole bunch of problems with the game, like bugs and all that kind of stuff, because what I was finding were people were playing the game and just running into these bugs, and just a lot of the refund requests are due to controllers not working and just all these different things. And I wanted to try and focus on that so that there were less refunds and less people being more inclined to leave negative reviews, which there's been a few that are just I don't know why Steam allows it, but anyway. So yeah, that's what happened, and I'm really glad I got that out. Another part of that update, one of the biggest things in that update was controller switching, like when it has like a user interface up on the screen, and it shows like hit the A button, and the person with the keyboard's like, really? Why can't it just show what button I've got to hit? So I added some sort of detection system in there so to try and work out if it's a keyboard or if it's a Xbox controller, PlayStation, whatever. It's still not perfect, but and there's still some UI elements or user interface elements that are not quite perfect, but it's certainly a lot better. If you're going to be using a keyboard or a PlayStation controller or something like that, at least it shows you the appropriate button now, so there should be less confusion. I also updated the user interface for the lobby, and there was a whole bunch of changes. If you want to read those change notes, just go onto the Steam page and have a look at the patch. It's got all the notes there, and I've structured and formatted it so it's easy to read. So the next thing is that I wanted to work on was having a break, because I haven't had a break in a long time. What's that? The keyboard thing's made for a really funny mess up sometimes. It really did. It really did. So yeah, the next thing I want to have a break because I've been so burnt out. Like, you know, with stuff that happened in my life, I didn't quite actually have a break. Like, I've been working for years on this, and you know, anyway, I had a break and it was good, but I needed to get straight back into it because, you know, finances were running low. So I got straight back into it, and one of the things I want to work on for the next big update is the board game mode, and polishing it up and just making sure that the user interface is nice and that there were character animations and the game felt lively, you know, all of that kind of stuff. Because when you look at something like Mario Party, granted, like, I mean, it's just a fantastic game. Like, I'm not going to pick faults with it. I'm just going to point out how amazing that, you know, the game is. Like, there's so many parts of it that are just so colorful. It's so lively. It's so active. It doesn't matter if you don't like the mini games. The reason the game is successful is A, it's, you know, Nintendo and it's Mario, but B, the game is so damn colorful and so lively, and the characters, there's so much character, and I need to have that in Metalheads, and it's really difficult because, unfortunately, due to a design decision, my Metalheads don't have faces, so it's kind of hard to express them. So I do it with voice, and I do it with, you know, waving arms and, you know, actual animations of the characters themselves. But I'm going to try and do the best I can. When I look at other party games on the PC market, at least, there's not much of that happening. They feel kind of dead, in my opinion. So when you grab items and stuff like that, it's the same thing. Like, Metalheads is the same right now. It's dead. Like, when you play the board game mode, when you play the mini games, yes, there's some kind of animations in some areas, but it still just doesn't feel right. Now, I'm saying that as a developer, it does not feel right, and that doesn't sit well with me. So, and one of the things I wanted to do in the first place was try and reach that kind of quality of, like, Mario Party, without obviously, you know, being Mario Party, in terms of, you know, how lively and fun it is, and it's a difficult thing to do, but I definitely want to do it, and I think that will be what sets Metalheads apart from the other games on the market. Anyway, so that is what's planned: board game mode, overhaul, new animations, lots of stuff, bug fixes, all that kind of stuff. Now, there are a few crashes that people keep running into. Hey Chow, hey Tier, how you doing? Rock on. So there are there's some crashes that keep happening with the game, and unfortunately it's really hard to kind of pinpoint what those crashes are, because nobody is really sending the reports without me kind of, you know, prompting them to. And the people who have sent the reports, thank you very much. It has been helpful. But there's people who are refunding the game. They're just saying game crashes randomly, and I'm like, okay, well, help me out here. You know, send me the crash reports. I've got a post on the forum that tells you what to do. And even there was one guy on the forums who said that, you know, I'll get my buddies to send you the information. I just haven't heard anything back, so that kind of sucks. But you know, if you do have crashes in the game, please go onto the forum, go into the support section. There's a thread there that shows you, like, it's pinned, that shows you what to do in order to send me a crash report. That way I can fix the damn crashes. Aside from that, yes, so it's just board game crashes, get rid of that stuff, make it all polished, and also, as one of the guys just mentioned, so Tears Justice on the Twitch chat just mentioned the new board game map that I've been working on, and I will show you that in a moment. It's the desert map, a desert Egyptian map. And so I have actually been working on that quite a bit for the last couple of weeks. But I have been stuck on one particular thing, and that is sand. It sounds ridiculous, and I'll show you what I mean when I get to it, all right? Other than that, moving forward from the board game stuff, you know, I have applied for another Epic Mega Grant as well, so hopefully I get that, and that will continue to fund the game moving forward. I'm not holding high hopes because I've already received one, but you never know. Okay, you gotta try. Okay, yeah. So aside from the grant, I do intend to try and get Metalheads onto the Epic Game Store as well, so I've been looking into that. So I'm going to try and get that happening by the end of April. So that'll be amazing if I could do that. That way I've got Metalheads on Steam, then I'll get it on the Epic Game Store, and then, you know, there's 2 storefronts, and that'll hopefully produce extra sales. Other than that, I think we should get into the noise making. What do you guys reckon? Do you think it's that time? I think it's that time. My mouth is drying up because I'm talking so much. It's not a good idea. I should probably just calm down. All right, so the first thing, now I'm going to get into Unreal Engine here and also have the camera. Yes, that works. Now the first thing I'm going to get into, hang on, I'm just gonna tie my hair up. Is showing you the map of the new board game. And I'll also show you what sounds, an animation that I've been working on and what sound I'm going to try and make tonight for that animation. Now, this isn't going to be a typical live stream where we play the game and everyone's laughing and having fun and screaming and all that kind of stuff. Obviously, this is a development stream, so I should actually change something. Bear with me. I've got to change something on the Twitch. Here we go. Game development. There we go. I'll update that. Good. Hopefully that just expands the audience a little bit. All right. How is everyone doing anyway? Tell us in the chat. Tell me in the chat tell me all the things. Don't tell me your social security number or anything like that. That's bad. So we've got Unreal Engine here at the moment. I don't really need to get into that. Let's go here and open the Oasis. Let's hopefully it opens. Excellent. So here we go. It's nothing special to look at yet, but basically what I've been doing here is blocking it out and just kind of getting a feel, seeing what I, like, and making sure that the general feel of the map is the way I want it to be. So I've got the sand stuff down. That's all good. I actually I downloaded what's called a mega texture, which is generally like a 8,000 and something, like an 8K texture. It's like 8,000 pixels by 8,000 pixels or whatever the heck it is, 8,090 something. I don't know. I probably don't need it to be that big, but I've been using that for the sand, and literally only one texture for that, not like a whole bunch. So that way I've got these little sand ripples here, and I could go in crazy detail and add little sand sparkles and stuff like that, and it's a lot of work for something that's kind of not really noticeable. Now I'm gonna plug a controller in, show you something else I've been working on that I've kind of forgotten to mention. Now it is something that has been in a game for quite a while already, but use this controller. All my controllers, the rubber has fallen off the thumb pads. It's really annoying. But yeah, this is something that I had working kind of offline at one point, and it was basically a spectator camera. So I've got the board game mode in test mode right now. So for me to do that, I'll literally just go up here and tick this little box, test mode, boom, and that just cuts out the intro sequence and stuff like that. All the flashing light sequence too, right? What do you mean, like at the start of the board game, Bitimus? Or do you mean like in the boss fight and stuff like that with the quick time event? Anyway, I'll jump in. I'll let you enter that. Hopefully it doesn't crash on me. Because it has done that before. It's really frustrating. I'll just get rid of this text on the side. I can't see. Disable all screen messages. Excellent. Now, I've got this super cool thing. Just going to go 8. Oops. Why is that not? Oh, far out. Okay, I'm going 1. So one of the things I've been working on, as I just mentioned before, is, and yes, it takes 2,000 seconds, as you can see, to get to this tile, is the animation for when you get a random item. Now, at the moment, in the current public build, is when you run across onto this tile, your character just kind of stands there and it comes up with this crappy text on the screen and says random item and whatever the item is, and it just looks rubbish. It is obviously placeholder. So right now, the camera won't change, but the character does like a little grab animation and then they like put the hand in the air. So basically what the idea of this is, when you land on the random item tile, I'm going to change the model of the tile so that it like pops something up from the tile. It like shoots up from the tile and the character's like snatch, and then they're like huh, and then they show the player what they've got, and it'll come up with like the text and you know, a quick description of what the item is. I think that just adds a little bit of life to it, and when the character goes snatch, there'll be like a little like a slapping sound to, you know, represent them just like snatching this thing out of the air, but also like a little kind of sound as well. I know Yoshi it's wrong game. And also, even just with using the items, I want to have animations for that aren't just, you know, him putting his hand out kind of thing. Yeah. So I will also show you, while we're here, another cool little thing, which is the sand. What there? Now, this is what has taken me freaking ages to work on, because there's 3 different methods to doing this, and none of them really quite work. But yeah, when the character runs through the sand, it leaves like a little 3D trail, and then it like fills itself in afterwards. I think that's really cool. I don't like in games when a character runs across something like snow or sand, and just there's this like solid footprint. It just looks like I don't know, it doesn't look soft, it doesn't feel soft, that kind of thing. So I want to make it, you know, kind of feel like running through sand. Now, you'll also notice on the UI, it says camera control. Now, I could probably change the wording for that, but if I hit Y, look at this. We basically got platforming camera controls. And as you can see, that sand has actually got depth. Like, he's kind of, you know, he's standing in the sand and it's kind of like, you know, surrounding his legs. So then I can move and you can see that it's actually like creating this cool looking movement through the sand. I think that's really cool anyway, but you'll see there's a bit of a bug in the background. You'll kind of see that it's like repeating the sand distortion in the background there. It's not a big deal, but like it is kind of annoying for me. I'd like to be able to figure that out, but it's not a massive thing, and I don't want to spend too much time on something so small, considering most people will just play from this camera perspective. The water, not interactable yet, but I do want to make it so that when you go into the water, the character swims, and it sort of distorts the water as you move through. I think that'll be really cool. Now, I could make some water sounds today, but I'm not in the right environment to do that. I'll probably get my computer wet, and you know, that's not a good thing. I do want to make some sand sounds. I was planning to go to the beach today and collect some sand, but I didn't end up doing it because I got sidetracked big time. So, I mean, I might be able to use some flour or something like that, or even salt, actually. I could get some salt and maybe get like something to kind of grind into it, and I might be able to make some sand sounds, but I don't think that's really going to quite cut it, to be honest. Another thing I had worked on is like when you're running through the sand, there's like these little particle effects that kind of players kind of kick in the sand. Just makes it, you know, a little bit more finished. Okay, right. I guess I should get into. Oh yeah, you'll see that it kind of bugs out when you land on a tile. It comes up with this weird 3D text. I guess I should get into why we're here, and that is the audio. So I'm gonna get out of this. Just going to answer a question here from Bitimus. All the flashing light sequences from the boss fights. Yes. So in the boss fight, you know how I was talking about the button changes before and it adapting to your controller. If you've got your Xbox controller and you are the boss and you've got to recharge, you stand in the middle, you hit the Y button, it'll actually show the Y button. But if you're on a keyboard, it'll show the up arrow. If you're on a PlayStation controller, it will show the triangle. And then all the little QTE buttons across the top, it will show the appropriate buttons for that as well. There are probably a couple little bugs, like if the QTE thing is showing up and then you change controller midway through, it may bug out. Oh, and one more thing I did change in that last big update was the ability to seamlessly switch from the keyboard to a controller. So long as you don't hit start on the controller, you can use whatever freaking controller you want. Although it is a bit buggy, all right? So it does allow players to go, oh, let me just plug in my controller. This game looks like it's designed for controller. They plug in the controller, and before it wouldn't work. But now, well, they plug in the controller, it detects it, and then they can use a controller. And I think that's really important because some big streamers, really big streamers, they played the game, they did that, game didn't detect the controller input. They were like, my controller's not working, and then they made the game look horrible. So I'm not gonna close Unreal Engine, but I will bring over something from here. Now what I'm doing here is looking at the existing character sounds, basically the little screaming sounds and stuff, to try and match that with my own voice. There. All right, and then there's all right, so there's now when I'm recording vocals as well, I try to record in a way that I don't have to modify it. That's why I do like that, like the really, really high pitch falsetto kind of character screams and voices like that. That kind of thing. The reason I do that is so that, like, rather than me going and then going into Audacity and pitch shifting it up, and I'll show you what it sounds like when I do that. Okay, it sounds horrible. So if you can nail it without any post-processing stuff, good. And then the game can sort of do some slight modifications to mix it up a little bit. So here we'll do a death scream, right? You all know that one. That's a burning scream. That's crap. Alright, so if I go into this, drag this across. In Unreal Engine, the cool thing is, now you could where is it? I'm used to working with multiple monitors. These things here, the little black squares, this is the actual audio file, the WAV file. Windows Audio, whatever the heck it is. Anyway, that's the audio file. You import it, you drop it into Unreal Engine, and then you can create a sound cue, which is this blue looking thing. And then I could literally just grab one of these, go over to here, drop it there, and then I can choose whether I want it to loop, which I obviously don't, because it'll just keep going and going. I just got an email. You guys just saw that from Epic Mega Grant. I wonder if that's a successful application. That'd be pretty amazing. Maybe I'll do that at the end of the stream. We'll see. Now I'm sort of sidetracked. But anyway, so you can drag these sounds in, and as you can see, I've got this this thing called random, and what it does is randomly picks a sound from the left. So, yep, makes sense, right? Hello, everyone who just joined. Thank you for joining in, and welcome for this crazy little live stream. I have shut down the Google chat. Hang on, here we go. All right, yeah, and there's also this little thing here, this handy little thing called a modulator. Now, the modulator, what it does, just to test this. Oops, hang on. I can basically get a sound, any of the sounds, and it will change the pitch, which you can see up here on the left. It's got the pitch minimum and it's got the pitch maximum. Don't want to change it too much because otherwise, I'll do this here as an example. If I go 0.25, it's gonna, I think it's only 0.5 it goes down to, and I make it like 3. What it's gonna do is this. That was beautiful, right? That's a perfect scream. I could hit it again. I should leave these, shouldn't I? There's a Wookiee in that, I think. That sounds like something from Half-Life 2. That just sounds normal. So that's what a modulator does. It randomly chooses a pitch or volume in this case. So crap, what was it? Oh no, I think it's 1 and 1.5. 1.15. Yes, it was. Yeah, so it'll choose a pitch and it'll choose a random volume. So it might play slightly lesser volume, slightly higher volume, and that helps kind of mix it up. So not only do I have a whole bunch of death screams, but those death screams can be slightly varied from the last time. So if one particular scream plays twice, it probably won't be the same 2 times in a row. And these have their own modulator as well. So not that they actually do much at the moment, they're just changing the pitch. Actually, they don't. Yeah, it's just, I don't know why I've got those there, but anyway, I do. Right. So let's show you what I'm actually going to do some audio for. I've got this somewhere. It's a little animation. All right, I'll just move this over here. Just gonna close all this. Oh no, I don't need to. How's everyone been? Tell me all the things. What are you all playing at the moment? You know, like what's the latest and the greatest? Tell me some interesting things. Oh, I just lost 7 people from the chat. Thank you, 7 people. So I'm gonna go into characters and I'm gonna look at my animations. Now this animation I just quickly whipped up yesterday. I figured I just need to do an animation of some sort for the item grab. So item grab, animation sequence. Yes, I've got this. Oh, of course it played off the screen. All right. So that's a little animation that will play, and then he'll grab it and he's like, "Hey, have a look." But then I've also got it so that after he thrusts his hand into the air, it's just kind of swaying there and holding it, and that'll be like where the player can kind of like it shows, you know, what's up, you know, what the item is, a quick description of what the item is, or how to use it, and then it allows the player to hit A. And then it'll keep on looping and looping and looping until the player hits A. And if they don't hit A within a certain period of time, it'll stop the animation anyway. Now, so I've got this little thing, which is called an animation composite, which basically I can put animations together. So I've got the item grab composite. And you can see it's just holding there. It's not going away. So it plays this first animation, boom, and then just holds there. The animation that I need to worry about is this first part. This is the grab and then that type of thing. So I'm going to record that. I'm just going to close out of Audacity here. I'll open that up in a second. All right. So I'm not going to try and do it in sync. All I need is the audio to play. I mean, I could just make it so that the character's like, but I've already got those sounds. Like I've already got that kind of thing. In fact, I could probably, you know, throw this in here. I don't know where I can actually add sounds. I think I've got to add it into. See, I'm learning as I go here. I think I can do anim notifier. Yes, add notifier, play sound. So I can just drag this and go here. This is where probably start it like about there, and then I could choose the actual sound. So I could choose this jump cue over here, and so anytime that plays, It's not really ideal, that sound, but I could select sounds. So that's him like grabbing it. But then I could also do the whole cheering sound when he thrusts his hand into the air. So that's what we're going to do right now. So I'm going to jump into a program called Audacity. I'm just going to catch up. So It's a Chow thing says, I haven't played anything in ages, too busy with work. Yeah, such is life, isn't it? Pain in the ass. What is this work thing that we have to do? Ugh. Alright, I'm going to try and find Audacity first. There it is. Have some water. Now that I've started a stream, I'm kind of like nervous about making sounds on the stream, even though I've already done it. Alright, Audacity, by the way, is a free program for vocal, well, any recording really. And so that's why I'm using it. I'm too poor to spend money on Adobe Audition or whatever the heck it is. Other software out there that costs you hundreds of thousands of dollars. I don't need that. Especially not for an indie game. If my game starts making lots of money, then, you know, who knows. So, I gotta burp. Gotta get that one out. Now, it helps. Some advice I'll give to anyone who does want to do any vocal recording. It helps to drink and eat the right things prior to what you're doing. You don't want to eat a heavy meal and then scream. That is a recipe for vomit, basically. You don't want to well, really, you don't want to eat a heavy meal and do any sort of vocal acting unless you're just talking or something like that. But for this kind of thing, it's kind of, I wouldn't call it extreme, but it does put a fair bit of strain on the body. I'll just talk and record, and it'll show up in here, and you can see that it's recording and blah blah blah, and this is my voice. I'll stop that now, and boom. Talk and record, and it'll show up in here, and you can see that it's recording and blah blah blah. Yep. Anyway, you get the idea. So I'm gonna do some victory sounds. So I'm thinking like some aha and hey and that kind of voice thing. I'm gonna show you how to do it badly first. So I'll do like a death scream, right? Ah! That's a shit one. All right. So I'm going to first denoise it. Grab this noise reduction, and then I'm going to yoink, yoink. And what this does is remove any background noise. I've got a fan that's turned right up, so it might remove just enough of the sounds to try and get rid of that fan sound. You'll notice it just flattened this area out. All right. Now, the reason why you don't scream like I did, which is not really a scream, it was just shit. And then edit it, is it sounds terrible. So this is unedited. All right, I'm just going to cut that in bit off. And I'll do an edited version now, where I get the pitch. I mean, you could use that in a game, I guess, but you kind of hear that weird chipmunk sound. It's sort of like a little reverb. It doesn't sound right, okay? So it's better, because I could make that sound like one of the Metalhead's characters by doing some, change the speed of it. I could up the speed. Actually, I don't want to do that. I could do that. That is possible. Changing the pitch, however, yeah. You can mix them. I mean, you could make that sound good. I can't though. I'm not very good at this. All right. That just sounds like a mouse dying or something. I don't know. So better to just get it right the first time, not have to do any vocal modification or anything. So let's do some recording of vocals. Now I'm going to just, because I know you guys want to see my ugly face as I'm recording. There we go. How about we do that? Does that look good to you guys? Now you can see me all big and stuff. So big, so swole. All right, get my microphone here. Nice hair, Nath. Oh, thank you, Andy. Andy Gillian's in the house, everyone. So Andy is he's a guy. He's some dude, yeah. I think he made the music for the game. What do you reckon? You think he did that? Yeah. Maybe. Anyway, in all seriousness, Andy Gillian is the composer of Metalheads. Absolutely brilliant dude. And he made the soundtrack for the game. So everyone show him some love. Love, Andy, love. All right. The hair's coming out. Ugh. L'Oreal, you're worth it. Or some bullshit tagline. The metal hair, if I do that, I'll be like Meshuggah. So yeah, he's some rando. Andy's a rando. Rando, there you go, Randy, rando. I gotta shut up now, this is weird. All right, so I'm gonna do these screams, and if you guys have any requests, because I want this to be stupid fun, if you have any requests for me to sing or sing within reason, because I gotta, you know, I don't want to get copyright strike. But if you want me to sing, if you want me to scream, if you want me to make a certain noise that's, you know, within reason, please do. I do have a segment where I got to tell you guys, all of these sounds in the board game from the little green butt blobs, they're gone. They got corrupted. So I will be dedicating about half an hour of this stream to fart sounds. So basically, I got to stand up and, you know, get the microphone. I'm not gonna do that. Not gonna do that and record them. No, definitely not gonna do that. The fart sounds remain. So yeah, let's get into it. So it does help to do some vocal warm-ups too, but I've sort of done that already. So how about we just start random screaming? All right.
Yeah! Whee! Woohoo! Yahoo! Woohoo! Whee! Woohoo!
There's a lot of wahas in there, isn't there? But the good thing is, when I do... Oh, I wasn't even freaking recording it! That's fine. Let's do that again. But the good thing is, if you do the same sound twice, but there's a slight variation, that's good. You don't want to have like too much of a variation. You want it so that it kind of sounds the same, but it just sounds like it's slightly different. It's like when you double track, I don't know, guitars or something like that. You record the same thing twice and you put it into left and right channel. Isn't that right, Andy? You do something like that? Yahoo! Yeah, so things like that, it does actually help. You can double track vocals as well for this. So I could try and do the same sound twice and then put one on the left channel, one on the right channel. Maybe, you know, do that kind of stuff though. Sure, do that range though. Yeah, dude, it's I could go higher. I'm not going to though. I'll probably strain my throat or something. Anyway, I'll actually record this time.
Yeah! Woo!
Oh, see, all right, what's happening here? I don't want this. See how it's flat at the top? That means it's peaking. It's hit its threshold on the microphone. Now, to fix that, I can move the microphone away. I could turn the microphone recording volume down, you know, on the actual mixer or wherever. But this is kind of what it sounds like when it peaks. I don't know what the phrase is, the terminology for this, Andy. Help me out here. Is it peaked? I don't know. It's got a slight distortion when it happens. It starts sounding a bit fuzzy. It sounds crap, like low quality. So I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. Yeah, clipping, that's the word. So clipping is like, there should be a peak that goes like this. It should be like that. But what happens is a microphone can only, you know, support like that much, I guess, frequency range. So or volume. It gets to here and it just clips it. Just snap. And it just sounds crap. All right. My microphone is not set up for vocal recording as well, so there is that. It's going to sound kind of rubbish. I do want to get a Shure SM7B though, or something good for that kind of stuff. Anyway.
Yay! Woo! Yeah! Yes! Woohoo! Yeah!
Still clipping. No. All right. So I've got to adjust this a little bit. The neighbors are probably like, "What the frig is going on?" Actually, I don't want to adjust it there. I want to see if I can adjust it in here. Preferences. Voice meter. I probably will just move the microphone further away or try and lower the volume of my voice because I am really trying to force it out here. I'll just do a quick test.
Yeah! Yay! Woo! Yeah! Yeah! Yes! Woo! Yay! Woo! Ha ha!
Now, because I'm nervous about doing this, especially live on stream, and especially looking like a freaking idiot, I haven't been adding enough pauses in between my yahas and woohoos and all that kind of stuff. Ideally, I want to leave a bit of like blank noise, just nothing at the end of each sound. That way, if I do plan on like echoing or adding reverb or something like that, I got a little bit of playroom. I don't have to add some dead noise. But I can kind of work with what I've got here. So we'll just play that back like normal.
Yeah! Yay! Wow! Yeah! Yes! Wow! Yay! Wow! Yay!
Nah. Nah. I'm definitely keeping this. Ready? Alright, enough of that. That's what I said. But... Nah, guys, nah. Alright, so basically what I'll do now is I'll grab probably the start of this, because you'll see it's a little bit wobbly here. Where are we? Oh, it's not that bad. I'll try and... Yeah, there's a little bit of noise there. I can grab that. This will get like a noise profile and try and pretty much look through the audio and remove that noise frequency from the rest of the track. And I can change the decibel amount of that, how sensitive that is. I can really crank this, but the problem is if I do that, okay, it didn't do too much. It can really crush the track though. It can really screw things up. Turns out alright. So that's not too bad. But I do want to cut out the start of this and pretty much segment this into their own individual tracks now. So no, I want to grab this one. Grab that there. Yoink, yoink. Do that. Yoink, yoink. Now I think what have I got here? Yeah. Now the cool thing is when you when I was messing around with this yesterday, you can actually there's a little click there. I don't know what that is, but when I was messing around with this yesterday, I'll show you something cool. When you add these all together, it creates like a little crowd cheer sound, and especially if you add some like reverb to it, the more voices you record, the better as well. And you can offset them a little bit too. So that's where there's a problem. So I did a wah like all in one thing. So yeah, that's not gonna work for me. I'm just gonna yeet that out of there. Goodbye. It sounded like crap anyway. Keep that. And put that to the bottom here. Now that's off the screen. You guys can't see this. Hang on. Let me just shrink myself down. Actually, I can make desktop only so you guys can see. So yeah, I've got all these sounds. If I play them together, and you can see that, like when you think about like Mario Party or something like that, that's what happens. Like when at the start of the board game or whatever, or at the end when they're all cheering, you get like this crowd sound, and it sounds really cool. And I don't have to really do any modification to it because on their own. Sounds pretty good. That one actually clipped a little bit, but it's hardly noticeable. It's very, very minimal. Yeah, and you won't notice that in the game when there's music playing as well. Although I try to record these sounds as if the music wasn't playing, so that if somebody, turns the music off for whatever reason, then you can hear the sound and it doesn't sound terrible. Now, if I wanted to, I could go in and... Actually, I'll grab the last sound. It's just easier to work with. I'm not very good with Audacity yet. Oops. Oh my god. Clearly, I'm not very good at it. What am I doing? Anyway, I'll duplicate that sound. And what I could do, I could actually maybe do a low pass filter on it. Low pass or high? I'll go 400. Well, that was not even audible. And it kind of sounds muffled, like it's in a different room. And you can kind of create like a bassy sound. Alright, I think I've got to amplify it first. Jesus. I think I should go higher than that, actually. So you amplify it, and then you can... oh boy, it doesn't even let me do that. Is that too high? Alright, fine. 6? Does that work? Alright, cool. We'll do that. Alright, so I'll do that, and then we'll go into here, and then I'll do a low pass filter. Now, this is just me messing around, too. Chow said, in desktop mode, the music comes back, and it makes it harder to hear the tracks. What? I don't know what you mean. Oh, I'm sorry, yeah. Thank you for letting me know. And I've got my music playing. I'm sorry, guys. Can you hear now? Oh, my goodness. What have I done? What have I done? What if I play now? I think you can hear it because I've got my headphone on. Sorry, my speakers on. So what I'll do, I'll put my headphone in. That way you don't hear it doubling up. How unprofessional of me. Here we go. Let's do this. So, if I turn my desktop speaker off, you won't hear the sound doubling up now. Sorry guys, it's meant to be an audio stream, and here's me being unprofessional. Thank you so much for that, Xiao. Thank you for pointing that out to me. So now, hopefully I don't blast my eardrums off by doing this. Alright. Still pretty quiet, but I'll do it anyway. And then I think I can amplify that. Yes. Amplify. Crank it right up. Holy shite. Oh, that sounds awful. It's got this weird, like, matrix effect. Anyway, I can do that. I can maybe... what can I do? Add some bass. Get rid of the treble. Just make it... It's gonna sound awful no matter what. But anyway, you can mess around with the audio. You can then mix them together, and then you can. Yay! Now, both of these sounds are playing at the same time. Yay! If I then get rid of that, yay! Sounds very flat, right? Yay! That's fine. Like, I mean, you can modify it in the game as well. And I do this. Yay! There's a little bit of bass in there now. But now there's a lot of noise, so what I want to do is grab a noise profile for that. Select all of that, and maybe, can you guys hear now? Is it all good now? Maybe do that, crush it down a little bit. Yay! That's much better, so I don't have like there's fan noise in the background that you can hear. Yay! All right. So I can do that with all the tracks. I don't think I'm going to do that today because we'll just be here forever. But yeah. So what I'll do now, I'll actually grab all these tracks. I don't think I need to actually mess with these at all. If I go through them all. Yay! I do want to actually cut off as much of that front end noise. Yay! Where's that start? Wow. Yay! Yay! All right. I can fade in as well, just so it doesn't suddenly start. Cut that off there. Yay! Alright, that's fine. Go to this. Cut that front end off. Yeah! That way, like when I actually play the sound happens as soon as, you know, it's supposed to happen. It doesn't have like a slight delay that offsets it and looks a bit jank. So that's basically doing a little cleanup. Go to that. Now it sounds a bit crappy because there's a little bit of gurgle in there, but that's fine. I don't think players are going to be like too annoyed about that. Oh, look, why not? I'll keep that in there. I'll play this one now. Did I modify this one? This sounds like it's modified. Hang on. I think I did. And there's another sound that plays at the end. Yeah, okay, hang on. I gotta try and zoom. What the heck have I done? No. Get out of that. Ah, what have I done here? I don't know what the heck I've done here, but I did something. Anyway, I'm gonna yeet that one because I don't know what the heck I've done to it. I'll cut this one off as well. Solo.
Yes.
No, I don't want any like words to be spoken, especially it just helps with making the game multilingual, I guess. If I go to this, cut that off. I told you it's not gonna be a super exciting stream, but you do get to see me obviously making stupid noises. That's okay. It just sounds like he's saying raw, but alright, we'll just use it for the purpose of this stream.
Yay!
Yay, that's fine. I'll keep that, that's fine. Do this one now.
Yay!
Yay, that's fine. Alright, I'm okay with that. Obviously, yay is a, you know, it just sounds like an English thing. I don't know. Yay is kind of universally understood though, right? Now, I'm going to just save all of these now. Export multiple. You can see the last recordings I did were the fart sounds, right? Let's go to this. Characters, board game, happy sounds. I don't know why there's a data folder there, but anyway, happy sounds 01. And I'm going to select a folder. I'll leave that as is, I think. Crap, I can't remember now. If I select a particular thing and I go export as... Yeah, 16-bit. Alright, I want to make them 16-bit. Export multiple. Is it unsigned? No, it's that one there. Choose the folder. Go to this. Go to board game. Characters. Board game. There we go. Alright. Now this should hopefully just export all of these. We'll see how it goes. Let's go. Okay. Sure. Okay, yeah, there we go. Got to do that for all of them, and then boom, exports all of the layers. Now if I open up here, gotta find those. It's off the screen right now, you guys can't see it. I'll just go to my camera and desktop. Hi. Go to assets, audio, and mosquito sounds. You know what? I'm gonna add some background music for us while we wait. Tell me if that's too loud, by the way. Actually, let me just see if it is. Background music. Can I have a listen? A little bit too loud. Hang on. There we go. Alright, so that music that you hear in the background is Andy Gillian's Never After album, by the way, people. So go and check that out. I think it's on Spotify, YouTube, Bandcamp. Is it on Bandcamp, Andy? I don't know. It's on most audio platforms, so well, streaming platforms. So, or go buy the actual you know, CD. It's got awesome freaking like CD box art and album and stuff. Yeah, go buy his shirts as well. I'm not wearing it today, but they're so damn comfy and they look amazing. I'll go grab one in a second. Mosquito sound. I don't want mosquito sound. Where the heck is my audio? Game dev. Oh, there. I have another audio folder from an old project that I was working on where you could actually play as a mosquito in that project. Alright, so I've got audio track WAV. There we go. Alright, excellent. So now we're going to go into Unreal Engine again. The album was okay. Dear. That album was okay, but I mean, I could have used more flugelhorn personally. Well, look, I think everyone agrees. I think even Andy agrees with that. More flugelhorn. Should have thrown the flugelhorn into the hole, right? Let's close that down. Go back into Unreal Engine. Go into the content browser, bring up some audio, characters. Now I'm gonna actually go to board game just to kind of, it's not a very organized folder, this one. I kind of just threw all my sounds into it. There we go. audio tracks. I should probably name these tracks. You know what? I'm going to delete them. I'm going to re-export them with appropriate naming. Because right now, they're not appropriately named. I wonder how I can name them. Track labeling name. Yep, happy sounds. Dunk. And then... track... Yeah, there we go. I'll just call that... happy... BG... Happy sound... yeah, I think I can do... Yeah, just that. Happy sound underscore. If I then select all, copy... Hopefully that goes to the next track. Oh, god damn, it doesn't. There's probably a better way of doing this, like a bulk editing thing. I'm just incompetent, apparently. There we go. Excellent. All right. Hey, that's better. Now the tracks are actually named. Could have done it manually, but this is how my brain operates. Gotta do things the hard way. All right. What? It just renamed them again. Ah, fine. I'll just name them myself then. 1, 2. So it didn't name them properly. It named them that. How freaking frustrating. Oh, God. Really? This is why I didn't want to name it manually. Because I'm just too lazy. I gotta be careful about what jingles I sing on this live stream because I don't want to sing something that'll give me a copyright strike, you know. Alright, so that can then all get dragged into here. Boom, done. Now, something I've got to make sure of with at least music is that this yeah, so something I've got to make sure with these sounds is to add them to the right group. So I can do, I think it's voice. Let me just check the other audio. Oh, the other audio is it's not even in a group either. Oh well. What about this game SFX? So it's sound effects. All right, cool. Okay, sound effects, SFX. There we go. Game sound effects. Now, if I then go to here, open that, open that, open that, open that. I wonder if I can click, drag, and open. Edit. Does that work? I don't know. I think I'd only opened one of them. It did. There we go. I'll just open them all manually. That's fine. All right. Now, I'll go into these. Make sure they've got sound effects selected. Just gonna yoink. Oh, you're kidding me. That's not what I want to happen. Bear with me, guys. Sound effects. Sound effects. So what this is doing is basically putting the sounds into the appropriate category. So I'm putting them into the sound effects class. So if you go into your volume control in the game and you turn down the sound effects, and it would turn down the character vocals and stuff like that. Much like if I went to if I change that to the voice class, things like the 5, 4, 3, 2, that kind of stuff, then that would turn the announcer sounds off, for example. All right, so now that I've got those vocals all sorted, I'll go back into character, go back into board game. I'm actually going to select this. I'm going to create a sound cue, create a cue. I'll just leave that named as is without the 1. Ugh. Go into here, bring this across so we can actually see it. And now, yes, everything goes in the hole. Change this to sound effects class, just to be sure. Now you can mess with attenuation settings as well, and I've got a couple of attenuation things. What that is I could it's the way the audio travels in the world. So I could make it so that the further the sounds are away, the more muffled they are. It does like a low pass filter on them, and you know how we did that in Audacity, where it kind of makes everything feel like this. When it makes the sound's kind of muffled, I could do that. Or I can make it echo heaps and have lots of reverb. That's what audio attenuation is. But I just basically leave that as is. I think I keep it actually, yeah, none. I will eventually add stuff to that, but I just kind of leave that blank for now. Now, I've got a whole bunch of sounds, so now I'm going to select them all, drag them in here, yoink, done. And then I can go random. What? I didn't know you could do that. That is cool. Wow. So in the past, what I would do, I'd go random, and then I'd add an input, and then drag it. And this is, I just learned a thing, guys. I just learned a thing by mistake. Boom, done. How amazing is that? I love it. Unreal Engine 4, guys, is just absolutely freaking amazing. Like, even if you're not making a game, if you're doing film or if you're doing just some kind of little animation or something like that, this, like, it is not just a game development engine. It is like a visual effects tool. It's just incredible. And I'm still a newbie at using this. Like, I'm really not very good at using Unreal Engine. It's just, I'm good at using what I need to in Unreal Engine, but I wouldn't even say good. I'm just making the most of the basics, really. Much easier, lol. Always good to learn more. Yes, it is. It's absolutely great to learn more. Sorry, just gotta set a little reminder on my phone. And yep. Now I hope that this. Okay, cool. All right, now once again, I'll play this. That sounds all right. Yep, right. All right, now we add a modulator. Now I could add a continuous modulator. The difference is the continuous one actually, it'll change it in real time. I'll see if I can sort of show you what I mean. So if I go pitch modulation, min, oh my god, no. It's gonna sound awful, I think. Oh no, hang on. There's no, is it direct? I don't know how it works. Never mind. I think the continuous modulator is something you can edit at runtime. Yeah, I'm not going to mess with that. I don't know enough about Unreal Engine to do that. So here we go. Now I'll go into here and I'll set it to the same things as I set some of the other things to. Although I could really mess around and do that. Yeah, I'm not doing that. It sounds like Sesame Street if they were all high. Now I could probably up that. I'm not gonna make it 2, but that's why. Alright, so just 1.15. It's just gonna be slightly different. And I'll make that 0.9. See what that sounds like. I think the wah sounds a little bit crap. Where is it? I don't know which one it is. Wah! It just sounds really bad. I don't think that's really a victory sort of grab. Now, the next thing is I have to then attach that to the item grab animation. So I'm just gonna go in here, grab this, plonk this over here. That's not how I'm gonna do that. I have to play that. Maybe I can. Maybe I'll do it around here. See how that sounds. Now, this is just one way you can play the sounds when the animation happens. The other thing is I could actually... Anyway, there's other ways of doing it, but this is just probably the most consistent way without having to mess around with too much. So if I go back to here, go to this, add that sound. Oh, it's already added it. What? That's another cool thing. All right, let's do that again, right? So if I didn't have anything selected and I went, you know, add notify, and I went play sound, what would happen if I didn't have anything selected? It'd just leave this blank, right? But it's actually, it's looked at what I've got currently selected and it's auto-filling that. That is so damn handy. I love it. Look at all these little things I'm learning, right? It's fantastic. Whoop, hang on. Look, it's jank, but you know, it works for now. It gets the point across, at least for this stream. Now let's go to the composite of these, and it should actually it does. So when you play that that animation, it's got all that animation data or information within there now. So it will play those little sound notifications now. All right, so, and that's literally it. It's okay. So that's literally it. It's just about like filling in the blanks, I guess. Now, they're not the best sounds. I will more than likely spend a bit more time outside of the stream on actually making it sound better. And also, obviously, adding animations and all that kind of stuff to the board game. Like when you land on this tile, I'll have the camera kind of like move down in front of the player. You know, look at the little thing, like it'll pan up. Look at whatever the item is, and then like a little action shot lands in the player's hand as they swipe at it. And then the camera will kind of like move out above the player as the player is like, heh, and like thrust it into the air and goes, yeah, so that's that. Now, the next thing is with audio recording is foley recording. And now that's where the fun begins. I did want to actually have some particular foley objects that I could use. But I don't. I don't. I'm really sorry. But I will kind of mess around a little bit. I'm going to create a new thing here. I will mess around a bit, show you how some of the sounds actually get made. For example, like the fire sound is really just a bag of chips and me blowing into the microphone. So if I and also things like the electrocution noise, which is this. That I could try and replicate that on the stream, but you're gonna have to really you're gonna have to convince me because that's gonna take it out of me. That's hard to do. It was embarrassing to do as well. I remember at the time I had my ex sitting nearby and she had to listen to it. It's like, oh my god, it's embarrassing. Okay, stop. All right, and even these things like the zombie sounds and stuff like that. Now I'm looking at a different screen here, by the way. I'll just drag this across so you can see. That's me just like just doing weird noises. Sniffers. This is more like a. Oh no, this is like. So I drank, so to do that, just to get a little bit of gargle in my vocals, I drank like a fizzy drink. I had some Coca-Cola beforehand. It does help. That's what I mean by like, you know, you can help your audio by like drinking or eating particular foods and drinks before doing your audio recording. And this is just I shouldn't have done that. Bit of slabber then. I'm not doing it. It's not working. This is actually, yeah, it's kind of hard sometimes, but things like that. God damn it. Why that? I don't know why that was so difficult to do. But yeah. I'm not going to replicate that one. So, what this was kind of inspired by was there's a movie called The Relic, and the character in it, without spoiling too much, he makes like an asthmatic wheezing sound, so I thought I'll just do that. Anyway, what was I even doing? I needed to go to Foley recording for fire. That's right. Audio Foley, is it in there? Yeah, fire. I've got metal. So this is just me basically tapping like metal things and like getting a glass of water and, you know, banging like that against it, or, you know, getting like a hair tie and slapping the desk and then like modifying it and stuff like that. Requires a cough drop after cough drop. Like a cough lolly. Okay, I thought you meant like a bass drop, but it's just done with a cough instead. Alright, so that's your metal clash sounds, but then you got your explosion. Now the explosions, I did this with my mouth. Then I take it into the sound cue. No, that's a boss landing, that's not an explosion. Although it does have an explosion sound in there. A bunch of sounds here actually to try and make that, you know, that sound all come together. Mouth explosion. It's me going, and then just a plosive sound into the mic and then doing other stuff to modify it. I think that was it. 1.5 power out. I don't know. Oh, that's for the blasted mini game. Anyway, so we go to fire now. Sounds kind of convincing, doesn't it? Right? It's a bag of chips in my breath. And that's me going. So let's get a bag of chips and let's see if I can make this sound. Or a bag of naturals. That's actually a pretty good sound. I'm gonna use that. I do have like chips. I don't eat chips typically, and even these lollies. As far as sugar goes, I try and cut that out as much as possible now, because you know I don't want to get fat and unhealthy and all that kind of stuff. So we're gonna go back into Audacity, and I'm gonna try and create some fire. Let's see how we go. All right, that'll do. So that's the fire sound, right? Then if I play that back, kind of sounds like fire crackling, right? All right, now I still gotta get rid of some noise. There is some noise in there. So I'll do that, get the noise profile. I wonder if it just yeets all of this out of here because I've got this cranked. Oh no, I don't. No, didn't really do anything. Okay, good. Alright, let's get rid of that. Now, I think what I did with this last time, I think I dual tracked it and then I did that low pass filter thing. Maybe. I don't know if that was actually what I did. I think I amplified it first. See if I can go higher. I don't think it's gonna let me. Alright, so I'll do 6 and then I think I pitched it down, to be honest. I think I actually like really far down. Yeah, I think I did something like that. Then I went into the low pass filter. Nope. Let's amplify this one more time. Oh, it won't let me go too high. Okay, fine. Low pass filter. Might make it 24, 400 maybe. I'll try that. I'll see how this goes. It's gonna be very, very quiet. Bass and treble, crank this up. Nope. Oh no, I gotta amplify it. It sounds like water. It doesn't sound like fire. Anyway, we'll see how we go with it. It's not going to work very well. I'll see how we go anyway. No, that's awful. I'm going to get rid of that. But anyway, you can mess around with it. But the next thing is I could actually just make a blowing sound into the microphone. So I'm going to mute this and record. I can't do it for too long. Hang on, hang on. I think I've got to just... I think I got to... Alright, we'll see how that goes. So I'll mute this. I mean, I'll solo it. I want to get rid of that. So that's where I took a breath. Alright, so I'm going to actually keep on recording. If I can. So we'll go there. Right, here we go. I think I can get rid of that part. And cut that out. Just gonna pop that up here. It's all fun and games, isn't it? Let's see. Problem is, there's too much of an audible pop. I don't want there to be any pops. So I'm going to grab that. I'm going to do my noise reduction on that too. Whoops. I actually didn't do a noise reduction with this at all. Anyway, I'm going to just make do with what I got and just show you guys what I did before. I don't think that's what I did. That. Oh, so I did apply that. All right. I can do more noises in the background as well. Like I could get some chips. I could probably get this here and like pitch shift it right down. I'll try it. I'll try it. We'll see how we go. But this is like the part of like editing audio. You can just mess around. There's guides on how to do some of these things. Like the fire thing, I had no idea about. I was like, how the hell do you record fire? You damage your microphone. You don't want to stick your microphone next to a flame. Not good. It brings a new meaning to having a hot mic. I know, that was hilarious. You can all stop laughing now, okay? Please. I just pitched that way too far down. I'm just gonna now crank the bass. I don't know. It's hard to make this sound good. Sounds like some kind of weird, like, Predator heartbeat thing. So yeah. Anyway, with fire, it was literally me using a bag, scrunching it, blowing into a mic, modifying the audio files, and then coming out with, you know, that. And you can actually hear like that blowing in the background. I have a feeling that actually, if I go to this, if I go to this thing called, there's this thing called pole stretch. I have a feeling it was that. Anyway, I'm going to go to that. And then I'm going to amplify this. Maybe not that much. Jeez, alright. Maybe that much. Alright, I'll do that. And we'll play both of them. What the heck? No, let's just remove that. And you don't want the audio to like drop down like it just did then. It kind of cut out and sounded kind of crap. But I could also do multiple layers of this blowing sound. That way I've got more like of a, there's a wider range of sounds in the background that make it more interesting. And I think I did that with the fire. I think I actually recorded like multiple scrunches, multiple blows into the microphone, and then I modified those and just messed around with them. Something I do want to do before I wrap this up, I guess, is try. Oh, that's my Google Home. is go into... Oh no, I'm in Audacity, right. So do this. Okay, probably didn't need to create a new thing, but anyway. And actually do like a catching sound, because the character, like when the ball, or when this object that they're catching pops up from the tile or whatever, when they grab it from the air, I want it to kind of like make a slapping sound, but I don't want it to sound like it's slapping skin. Or I could slap my arm, still sounds like skin. That sounds like a desk. I don't want that. So I would have to find an object that... sorry, I think I've got background music still going. I'd have to find an object that sounds kind of plasticky, similar to like what the actual object will be. And I have to kind of like make that sound on there. So I'll be back in a second. I'm going to do a little look around the house. I'm going to see what I can find. Hopefully find something really quickly. And yeah, I'll be back. I'll be back. I'll also, after doing that, I do need to redo the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 screen, but I'll explain that when we get to it. So I'll just go. Okay, I'm back. All right, so I got a couple of little things. I didn't want to spend too much time looking for stuff, but so I got a couple of things I could do. I could, you know, have a movie and use that, modify that. Something that's a bit thicker and different material on the front. Creates different sound, a little bit more bassy sound. Or use my 2 fingers rather than my whole hand. Trusty remote. This is probably what I'm going to use to create the actual final sound, so it's going to be like that kind of thing. So we'll see how we go. I might even use a combination of all three. We'll see how that happens. If you guys are bored, I am so sorry. You can see how sincere I am. This is just an audio stream. So it is just basically me making sounds if you are late to the party here. So yeah, that's all it is going to be. It's nothing super exciting. All right, so this sound for those who have just joined is going to be for when the player grabs an item from the air. And those sounds that you hear are what I recorded in this session. That kind of stuff. All right, let's go back into Audacity. Listening in the background while I work. That's good. You don't really need to look at me doing anything specifically. I think it's just audio is perfectly fine. I'm just going to check something here. Oh, damn. Well, I didn't get the mega grant, guys. Oh well, at least I found out now and not in like 3 months' time. I didn't expect to get it. So let's do some audio recording. All right, there we go. That's that. And now, I don't think I'm going to use these, to be honest. I think this kind of sound, it only needs to be subtle. And this is the thing, you don't have to make every single sound this big, grand, like super detailed thing. It just needs to be there. And people kind of, it just fills in the gaps, as I said before. So I'm going to play this back. Now it sounds different. It sounds like a click. I don't know if I want it to sound like a click. It needs to sound more like a slap type thing. So I will actually record this, like a DVD or something. Does help where you actually record too. Use my phone. All right, that'll do. So, excuse me. So I'll do that. Hopefully this comes out a little bit better. It does help where you actually record. Just cut that out. Don't need that. Now there's a little bit of background noise. I gotta get rid of this. Hang on. Use my phone. Just cut that out. There's little tiny bits of noise. Like if I zoom right in, there's not gonna be much, but I could zoom in here and it'll pick up stuff like this. It's very, very minimal, but I am noticing some background noise. So I'm going to grab that, get the noise profile, and yeet that out of there if I can. Hopefully don't have any noise. So that first one actually, with the tiny little rattle sound in there, it's not too bad. Same with that. There is some like lift off from like my skin on the plastic. I don't want that noise in there. Don't know if it's going to pick that up at all. Oh, there we go. Hopefully I got rid of it. It did. Excellent. There's still a little bit of sound, but I can get rid of that. Yeah. All right. That's okay. I can work with that. Just gonna get rid of that. Bite. Let's go. Zoom in. What the heck did I just do again? Don't want to zoom in that much. And these don't have to be like big. Like it doesn't have to be a lot of trailing sound behind these. But I will just grab that. I'll modify these in a second. Yeet all of that. Why? Yoink. Should be able to edit this a bit better later. So then I do this, go to that. I'm gonna put some music on while I do this. It's weird. I don't know what that sound was. It's been like super windy at this house the last 24 hours pretty much. The whole day has just been crazy windy. Like last night I just kept waking up. It was I don't even know what times. Like it's like 1:30 and then it was 3:40. I don't even know. It was just I kept waking up pretty much every hour and crap. I did not enjoy it. So I was really worried. I was like, oh, of course I would feel like crap when I have to do a live stream today. But I'm surprisingly not too bad. I let myself have a bit of a sleep in. You know, that kind of cut an hour of time out of my day, but I would rather that than to get to the stream and then just be completely dead, which would be kind of boring. And it's already kind of boring because it's, you know, this kind of live stream is not exactly riveting. But it could be worse. It could have been way worse. Alright, so cut that out, cut that out, cut that out. Now I can combine these sounds. I can add some other sound layers to it as well. You know, I can mess with that a little bit. Once I start playing these back, I'll just turn off that background music again. I just gotta message somebody. Just got a message. Who from? Oh. Okay. There we go. Alright. Fire out. Sorry, bear with me. So professional. So incredibly professional. Okay. Good. Alright. Now we've got these little slap noises. They're not all lined up, but yeah, that's fine. And really, I can use all these noises. If I just go to this. And you know what? I don't think I need to modify these much at all, or if at all. I think I should be able to pretty much just use all of this and it will be fine. So if I then, and for the purpose of this stream, I think just to cut it down a little bit, I might just make it a little bit easier. Item grab sound. So hopefully this labels the damn tracks properly this time, because it didn't do it properly last time and I was not too happy. Did I? Yeah, create. Yes, excellent. Using label track name. Numbering before label track name, numbering after file. File name prefix. Using label track name. Track title. See, this is what I don't understand. Like, anyway, item grab sounds. Because I had named these files correctly last time, and it didn't work. Set default, maybe? Wonder if that'll work. Ah, damn it. Alright, so let's change all these. Hopefully it actually keeps these damn names. I don't think it will, though. I think it's just gonna bug out on me. Right. It just called them audio. What the heck? It's not audio track. Ugh. Fine. Fine. Let's just go find the audio. Characters, board game, item grab sounds. Fine, I'll just rename it myself. Yeah, clearly I don't know Audacity very well and I don't know how to use it properly. I'm sure there's somebody who's watching either now or later on who's just like, oh, come on, man, you gotta just click it, you gotta do this thing and it just works. And I'm sitting here fumbling around like a fool. Alright, there we go. All labeled. Now I can drag these back into Unreal Engine. Oh, I just lost that. I'll probably lose it again here. Board game characters. Now this will go under sound effects, I think. Maybe foley. I'll just go foley. I'll just go grab sound. Actually, grab slap. I don't know. Grab sound. That'll do. It's probably not the best way of doing things, but oh well. Do that. Drag all my audio in there. Make sure that they are all the correct. What do you call it? Sound class. So SFX. SFX. Dunk, dunk. There we go. And SFX. There we go. Close all those down. And then I can create a sound cue from that. Just gonna mute my phone in case I get a phone call. Because I probably will around this time. So parents are away and they're just checking up, seeing how things are going, all that. Grab sounds, excellent. Don't need that first one, but I'll grab these. Here we go. All right. We'll grab that. Random, and boom, does a cool thing. Modulator, boom, does a cool thing. Excellent, done. Now, it's not the greatest. Like it's really not the greatest for this usage. But I'd rather. I forgot about that. Oh damn! That scared the crap out of me. Okay, let's skip forward. So I guess. So I do have to create like a grabbing like custom grab sounds like from the character rather than using the jump sound, because there are some jump sounds that don't really fit. But for now it'll be fine. And now grab Q can be right there. What the heck? Replace notify. I don't want to replace it. No. Add notify. There we go. Boom. Item grab sounds. Look at that. Already done for me. Now. Oh, that was a bit delayed. That's weird. That was. I don't know why it's so delayed. Hang on. Insert notify track. Let's put that up here. Maybe I just got to do it at the same time. I don't know why there's an audio delay, but it's really throwing me off. I think I gotta put this further forward. And see what I mean? Like, you won't really hear it too much. It's just a slight, subtle thing, and it just, you know, when you got the camera nearby, and it just, it all comes together anyway. Tiny little sounds, it makes a big difference. So what I'm thinking the item will be, like when a player like gets an item, I'm thinking it'll just be like a little puck type thing. Maybe something like that. Or maybe, my brother actually made a suggestion yesterday to make it like the shape of a CD. So it's got a little hole in the middle. So that could be a thing. You know, like Frisbee the CD, when you go to use the item, you throw it on the ground and out comes like a plasma launcher or something like that. Plasma ball launcher. So... yeah, I haven't actually got like an animated sequence yet for those who are new to joining, but like when you land on a spot here, it says 7, but I hit 1 on the keyboard because I got debug controls on. So the character will do like a little animation, which you can't really see very well because the camera angle. But I could probably actually make it work. If I go view map, okay, I just need to go 2 spaces. I'll change the camera and see if I can make it a little bit more noticeable. So yeah, here's that cool camera angle. Now, something I didn't show before when I was doing this was that with the mouse, you can actually zoom in and out. It's really cool. Yay! So it is like a proper, like, you know, platformer game then. So I like that. You got the sand kind of like piled up at his little feet there, and just as soon as you go to move, it creates a little hole and fills it in over time, which is really, really cool. Alright. So I'm going to try and do this animation towards the camera and just see what it kind of looks like. Yeah, I think it's coming together. It's not perfect right now, but that is kind of what I'm going to go for. I think that's definitely a lot better than what it was. And then obviously have like the item text pop up at the top of the screen and sticky surface. That kind of thing. Something else I was working on, which I've got deactivated right now, and I'll show you. Let's go to it. Let's activate it. Let's show you this right now. Is this thing here. All right. So basically, I tried to create like a. You'll see what I mean anyway. Hang on, I'll just show you. This is like the first method of what I should do when a player lands on a tile, and I thought, well, maybe this will work. But then I look at something like Pummel Party; they do this, and it works for that. But I just don't like it. Oh, well, that's not the best item to showcase. But yeah, the idea is it shows like the item on that, like a texture. And then that's the extent of it. And the player, you know, would animate, but, you know, in something like Pummel Party, the character doesn't animate at all. That one actually shows some 3D text. I started working on that and I decided it doesn't work. Like, it's better that I have the character animation, a little quick animation sequence, and then have some text pop up on the screen, just to show what they actually got. So use item, spike trap, and I don't care where I go. Now this will be interesting if I place items in this map. I haven't actually done this before. I have a feeling they're going to be like buried under the sand, which will be hilarious. Ah yes, but will it block? Will it create like a little mound? I wonder. Nope. So now if I run over it, yep. Oh, that'll be evil. Now, something I want to do with this map that I forgot to mention to you guys. So let's talk about the map for a little bit. Just bear with me for a bit. I'll get here in a second. Just gotta message someone back. Sorry, it's important. I'll just expand this out a little bit. So, with this map, I basically want it so that there are paths that the player can walk across. So the rocks here, obviously. And there's a reason for walking across that. And if you've ever seen Tremors, if you've seen Dune, if you've seen... what was it? If you've seen anything that has sand sharks or sand worms or anything like that in it, basically, that's what I'm going to be going for. Look at me being so rude. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to go for. Is like you can go onto the sand. Hello, Gamer Goose. How you doing? Yeah, so you can go onto the sand, but Andy said something on the YouTube chat. I just didn't see that. Why didn't I see that? It keeps disappearing on me. But yeah, so you go onto the sand at your own risk. So you can take a shortcut, I guess. You could lay down some traps or whatever, but if you do, then you'll have like a little sand shark thing or sandworm that approaches you. And I'll also have like some item pickups maybe out here, so I could put some plectrums down, so if you wanted to run to a particular destination and there were, you know, a whole bunch of like plectrums along here. Hang on, let's see if I can bring that up. Let's do that. I'm just on my other screen at the moment, so bear with me. Good at that. So it has been a while. Yeah, I'm doing all right. I'm getting there. I just thought I'll do a little live stream. I haven't done one in a while, and I really wanted to do an audio live stream. I wanted to have it all structured and everything, but last night and today, trying to get that structure put into place, I didn't. Just things got in the way and I failed. So I kind of had to improvise for the stream, and unfortunately it suffered a little bit, but well, I think it has. I'm just very paranoid like that, but yeah, hopefully next stream I'll have some kind of structure to it. So what am I looking for here? I'm looking for board game, plectrum. Here we go, and plectrum pickup. There we go. There we go. I don't know if that worked. What the heck? I'm really confused. I think I'm looking in the wrong spot for this. If I go to... why is that not showing up? Is it because I'm in game mode? Ah, that's why. Yeah, I'm in game mode. All right, so I can basically drop a whole bunch of these down in the world, and that way, like, players have sort of some kind of incentive to run out into the sand and maybe collect these things, and it might give them you know, 3 points each or something like that, rather than 1, because right now that's what it is on the current board game map. So I could do something like that, and then just have, I don't know, this shop tile. I'll just make sure I add a whole bunch of pickups to that. Doink, doink. And almost there, come on. And there we go, done. All right, so dismiss it. Stupid errors popping up. Play. Hopefully it doesn't crash, because every now and then it crashes. I'm hoping that that crash is the same reason that other people actually crash and have problems. Why is this coming up with issues on there? Anyway, go 8. I know it says 5, but I hit 8 on the keyboard. Let's debug it. That should hopefully show the little plectrums now, maybe. We'll see. Nope. Oh, hang on. I think that is because I had to go extra points. I had to turn that on. Whoops. It's really, really dumb. I probably should just have a thing that, if there's any points attached to it at all, it just automatically detects if it should show them. There we go. So I'll run over, and you can see those points, they just showed up then. So now I could grab them, it gives me extra points, but I would probably have a sandworm or something chasing after me. So maybe I could have a particular item that lets players, like, I could have item sets based on the minigame map. And so for in this particular case, I could have like a thing that allows the player to maybe hover, or maybe allows them to walk on the sand. So I think that'd be kind of cool. Or maybe even something that allows them to stun the little sandworm. So it still chases after him, but they could like turn around and go bang and like shoot it. I think it would just add to the fun factor. Now I'm going to go back to the start of this map, and I'm going to go into my little third-person mode thing. So the idea of this, it'll be like players run across, they go across these little you know, rocks and all that kind of stuff, and they make their way over to the big pyramid that you see there in the background. I'll just push this ball and it'll, yeah, how cool is that? So satisfying. Except for when it hits the water and it doesn't have any reaction. So yeah, the idea is you make your way across, and then this pyramid would have like a kind of gauntlet inside of there. So you got these little event tiles that I put down. Oh, trigger tiles, sorry, not event tiles. So yeah, the players would make their way up into this pyramid. They could open the door to the pyramid and enter for the chance of, you know, getting massive points or maybe a collectible of some sort. I want to make something like that work. So once I get down some of the general board game mechanics, I can really start working on this map and making it all very functional and fun and all that kind of stuff. And I'm really excited. I love deserts in games. So like, you know, playing something like Conan Exiles, I love that. Like I love the desert in that. Especially, you know, when you walk across sand and it does that. It does it for me. It gets me all hot and heavy, you know. So yeah, that's what I want to do. Sandworms and crazy pyramid of death and obstacles and yeah, all that kind of fun stuff. Let me catch up to the chat here. How's everything going with metalheads, sales climbing, etc.? No, sales are declining, unfortunately. They are dead in the water. So that's kind of why I am working on this board game stuff. But if it doesn't pick up in the next 2 months, I will. I'll look for a day job. It'll mean less work on the game itself, but it does mean that I will have an income again that is actually secure. And it does mean that I can afford a new PC, and I definitely need a new PC because this current one, look, it's going on I don't even know how long. It's an old PC. It's kind of falling apart. And you know, a lot of the time spent on this is just fighting problems. You know, I could be working all day, and it's not even the PC, the power board or something cuts out, and I just lose power. I lose all my saved work, and very, very frustrating. So it may just get to a point where I just have to get a job, and that's fine. I may even have to get 2 jobs because I do want to move out of my parents' house, which I'm back at now. I was living independently for a little bit, which it could have been great, but it wasn't. But there's a reason for that. But yeah, I'm back at the parents' house, and it's good financially. It does allow me to have a little bit of financial freedom, but I want the independence that I was chasing for so long and worked my butt off for, because that was such a huge motivator for me to really get the game to kick off. I just wanted to have my own sort of space, my own place, and anyway, it would have been good. So I may have to do that again. Maybe moving out with my brother at some point. We'll see what happens. But no promises. And who knows, the game could pick up tomorrow. It could do really well. I don't know. You know, I did apply for an Epic Mega Grant again. That, as we just found out just a moment ago, it didn't succeed, unfortunately. So that's possibly because I've already applied for a grant, and so that, you know, they're not gonna throw some more money at me if I've already burnt through that first lot of money. So I'm not gonna complain though. Like, the fact that Epic Games gave me that grant in the first place, just absolutely amazing, and it opened up so many doors for this game, and allowed me to work on it the way I did for quite some time. All right, so I guess, I mean, do you guys, do you want me to keep going, or do you want me to do some screams, or do you want me to do something else, like some death sounds? Make it fun, even more fun, I guess. Not that that's hard right now, because it's not like overly exciting. Look, I'll do some screams, bugger it. Let's do some death screams, and let's actually, I have to do a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 thing, and I have to do now. See, it's coming back to me. These are the things I had to work on, and I couldn't remember while I was doing the stream. I had to work on the sudden death thing, because right now, when playing the game, and there's one player left in some of the mini games, like Tap Out, for example, the game will keep going, but the game is like sudden death or something like that, and the problem is people like sudden death. What? Because sudden death typically means there's 2 players left, and it's, you know, it's a fight between those 2, and the difficulty ramps up. But there's only 1 player left, so people are like, what? So I need to do something like last player, or you know, last one alive, or something like that. Probably not last one alive. That would sound really dumb. So, but yeah, I have to try and figure that out. I may not do that this stream, because I do want to make sure that the right words are said, that it makes sense. I think maybe last man standing works, but then that might offend people. So, so I think last player standing, that could work. Don't know if my voice can handle the screaming at the moment. I haven't screamed properly in a while, so it's not quite warmed up enough. And I've been doing these like that, those kind of sounds. So, you know, we'll see how we go. All right. So yeah, the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 countdown. It currently sounds like, if I bring this up now. Now, do I have any sounds playing in the background? Nope. That's good. Currently sounds like voice. Where's voice? I'm looking for announcer. There we go. I think it's like this. Nope, that's not it. End round.
1.
Nope, that's weird.
Finish.
So the finished part is fine.
Finish. 5. 4.
So for some people, the 5 and the 4 kind of sound the same, and I kind of agree.
5. 4.
I think there's a few, like a 4 at the start of it, like a 5 4. It just kind of sounds the same for a lot of people, so maybe I have to redo those.
5.
We can give it a shot. Why not? Bugger it. All right. I'll open up Audacity again. Let's do some more recording. Now, we'll see how my voice holds up because it's not doing so great. And last night I also had the mosquito coil and I had the fan blowing because I had to shut my window because the door kept getting like opened. It's just crazy wind outside. So let's go to desktop and Sony. All right, and let's do some recording. Sorry, I'll try and warm up. Do you like that? Just trying to like iron out the. Feels like if there's a cavity, it's just like it feels like there's little things on the side, and it just kind of irons it out when I do those screams. So, 5, 4, 3. No, that is clipping. I don't want that. It's too close and too loud. I'm being way too loud. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Finish. Maybe. Sounds kind of crap, but whatever. Whatever. It's all good. All right, let's cut out that noise first. Let's see what we sound like.
5, 4.
That doesn't sound anything.
2, 1. Finish.
That doesn't sound right. So this is what I mean about setting up your microphone properly for vocals, because it's very very empty sounding. But anyway, I'll try and make do with what I got. Let's see how we go. Actually, I could probably just leave it all in the one track because they're all going to get the same effect added to them anyway. But I will copy the track, try and do a reverb type thing. No, I do want to. Yeah, I'll keep a backup track. I'm just going to mute that now, just in case I mess things up. And we'll go reverb.
5, 4, 3.
Sounds awful. God, that sounds awful. Maybe I won't do it. I don't know. Echo, maybe. That was probably it.
5, 4, 3.
That's quite a delay on that. Maybe 05.
5, 4, 3.
Oh, the delay time. Whoops.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Now, what I could do a secondary track where I try to do a lower scream, like a 5, 4, that kind of thing, or 5, 4, and like try and keep it as flat as possible without any like tone to it. We'll see how we go. Hello, brother. You know, just screaming lots.
5, 4.
My brother's home, so I thought I'd just say g'day.
5, 4.
Is that gonna work? So let me do it. No, it doesn't. God damn it. Let's amplify that as much as I can. 6, nope, 5. Oh, it was already at what I could do.
You streaming?
I'm streaming, yes. Alright, so I amplified that.
5.
Yikes. Alright, now I'll low pass filter this.
5.
And now I will amplify it again.
5.
And I'll add some bass to it.
5.
Oh god, that's awful.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of nasty sound in there somewhere.
5.
If I can go.
5.
Maybe I can up the treble.
5, 4.
Yuck. Yeah, it's crackling.
5, 4, 3,
need to probably change the amplification down a little bit.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Yeah, still crackling a little bit. Oh well, not much I can do about that right now. Bass and treble.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright, well I'll try that. We'll see how we go. And now it's gonna be way too loud.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Finished.
It's terrible. And the other thing is, like, because I've got this countdown, I can actually line them up with this, or I can chop them out and throw them into, like, chop them out into their individual sounds, which is what I've done in Unreal Engine, which I'll show you here. I've got the individual, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then separate them. So I could do it that way as well. It's probably better because I have more control. It just means there's more files. But yeah, all around it's not sounding very good. I don't like it. Not a fan. But I could also pitch shift it down as well. I could drop it.
5,
Which is, I think, what I did with the other.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Maybe not so much.
5, 4, 3, 2.
I could do that, like, just for this stream. Why not? Why not do that, huh? Now I could try and add some more echo or delay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Now you can kind of sound it, like you can kind of hear it coming together a little bit more now. I do need to. I'm gonna just have a look at reverb, wet only.
5,
This sounds like a robot.
5, 4,
That also sounds awful. Pre-delay.
5, 4,
Reverberance. I don't.
5,
It's like a bad nightmare.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's what. Yeah. No reverb.
5, 4, 3.
Maybe a little bit.
5, 4, 3.
Dampening.
5, 4.
No, I don't think I want.
5, 4.
Don't. Do I want wet gain? We'll see.
5, 4.
No.
5, 4. 5, 4.
Jesus Christ.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I mean, I could maybe go with that. It's like probably not going to use this, to be honest. It just sounds kind of crap, but I don't want to scream again and mess around too much. I didn't realize there was a pitch shifting thing here. What's that do? I'm not going to worry about that. Let's go to echo. We'll echo
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, why not? We'll just give that a shot. And now we can separate the audio tracks. So if I get that and that. Oh, that's probably not that and that. Let's try that. Yoink. So that's the first number. Or the second number, sorry. Number 2. Let's just see where this actually plays.
3.
Oh, what the?
3.
3? 3? It sounds like I'm saying for 3.
3.
That's weird.
5, 3.
Oh, maybe I need to give up on this. It's not working. It's not going so well. Alright, whatever. If I do that, go to that. All done. Grab that. Cut that out. What the heck did I just do? I want that to go to the start. No.
Finish!
My goodness. Let's just go back for a second. We'll clip that out again. Remove that audio track, click out of there, do another one. There we go. That's better. I'll get that, and I think that'll do. Yoink. Now I could export these. Oh, I didn't duplicate that first sound. Whoops. Wonder if I can insert it. Can I move that up? I wonder. Oh yes, I can. Excellent, good. All right, so now I've got the audio double tracked, I guess. Oh, that's not right at all. Ugh. I think I'm done, guys. I think I've lost my mojo. I've lost it. No. But anyway, you get the idea. You go in, you modify things, you try and make it sound good or bad, and then you go in, you throw it into the game and hope that it sounds okay. And it sounds okay, maybe, I don't know. Anyway, so I think that will pretty much conclude it. I'm actually kind of feeling a bit bleh now. So thank you for joining. It's been wonderful to have you guys here. I wish that I had structured the live stream a bit better. I didn't have a proper structure at all, so I was kind of just YOLOing the whole thing. Maybe next time. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I hope to do more live streams of actual gameplay, but I really want to focus on getting the board game mode stuff sorted out as quickly as possible, and really polishing it up and making it feel like a proper AAA title, or at least a much higher quality version than what it is currently. So I'd like for that to happen, but that takes time, and I don't have a lot before finances potentially run out. So I've got to make the most of it while I can, work my butt off, but also do so in a healthy manner. And I have been gained like 12 kilos or 10 kilos or something like that of I'm feeling fit and healthy and all that sort of stuff, so it's good. But yeah, I may have to get some work, like a day job, just to help support the game development, but that does mean less time spent on